All right, Gundo fans, huge win against Mira Costa here tonight, 21-6. I'm alongside Egidio Delio. Egidio, what did you think of that game?
This was a huge statement win for this young Eagles squad. Of course, they advanced to 3-0, and they beat a rival team in Mira Costa for the second consecutive year. Huge win for these guys. Like Danny McEntee said, a lot of these guys grew up playing football together in the little leagues and Pee Wee, so this is a big win. These guys are friends outside of the field, and it's a big bragging rights statement win for the Eagles. And of course, they keep their record perfect. They're 3-0, and a great job by everybody involved.
Speaking of McEntee, I talked to him post-game, and I said, was it your birthday luck? Like, what's going on? There's no luck with that kid. He is talented.
If he was wearing number 4, you think it's Taz Tuwese, because he's just as good as Taz Tuwese was last year. Very elusive, very quick, can read holes when they're open, can make adjustments if there's defenders coming at him. A great running back, but not just a running back. Also does it on special teams, does it on defense. Led the team last year in tackles, had an interception today, has a second interception, now leads the team in interceptions. A great job, a good birthday gift for him from this team. Great job to Danny McEntee and the Eagles. An all-around solid player for El Segundo.
Speaking of interceptions, that almost last play of the game, McEntee got caught up with Freeman. Freeman had a little bit of some injury at the end of the field with some back issues. He had a face mask. What happened with that play? What did you guys see up there?
Well, we clearly saw the face mask. He got pulled down. That should have been a penalty on Mira Costa. But it looked like from our angle that it was a head-to-head collision, or he was aiming for Freeman's head and his helmet. That automatically is a personal foul. Mira Costa should have got deducted, but apparently something was said on the field that gave El Segundo the personal foul and moved the Eagles back, which Mira Costa, not only did they stop him from scoring, they came out on the winning end of that one since El Segundo got moved back. In the end, though, it all worked out. El Segundo ended up winning, but still not a crowd favorite play, not a El Segundo favorite play from the players' side, and not from our point of view up there, not a favorite play from us as well. So controversial, to say the least.
Definitely. So at practice, we were talking to Coach, and he really wanted to clean up special teams. They did an amazing job here tonight. What did you guys think of that? Yeah,
better. Offense was really, really good. Defense was really, really good, especially the defensive backs here tonight. Special teams, better from the first 2 weeks. Still need to work on those coverages. I think they have a lot of young guys with those lineman injuries up front, blocking for the field goal or punts or special teams, anything with that matter. So those guys need to get in the mindset. Coach said it, they just have to be more confident. It's only the third game, only the third week here of football, so it's going to get better obviously as the season progresses. But the only wrinkle in El Segundo's game is the special teams, and small steps towards improvement, but they are improving.
So speaking of injury, Rosas is out. It was Blanco came in for Delgado. Delgado's out, and then even Blanco was kind of limping there on the sidelines. Tell me how this is going to affect this team.
Well, Gunnar Rogers, obviously the staple of this offense and defensive line. They got Jess Caravelli back today after he was out with an injury last week in that Oak Park game. Those two guys are the two staples of that offensive line, two captains for the Eagles. The other guys just need to plug them in. Next man up mentality, that's what Coach Shevlin says. Whoever gets called up to play, hey, study that playbook and be sure to be ready to play on Friday night.
So let's give them a little preview of next week's game against Torrance. What do you foresee?
A win. Short and simple.
Keep the streak going.
Keep the streak going. Last week was a blowout win, and that was a really good El Segundo team that faced a not-so-good Torrance team. Mm-hmm. Same story this year. Even though Torrance is a little bit better, they're a little more mature this season. I think El Segundo has way more weapons on offense, defense, and special teams, even though they are struggling on the special team side. But I think El Segundo is more well-rounded. They have more weapons, and they're going to be 4-0 after their game against the Torrance Tartars.
Also, speaking of league, when I was talking to McEntee after the game, he was saying he was most looking forward to the Lawndale game. There was a lot of controversy after the game last year, that is. What's going to happen this year? What do you foresee?
This Ocean League is up for grabs, to be honest with you, especially with El Segundo playing better than everyone expected them to come out and play. Culver City is going to be at the top. It's going to be Culver City, Lawndale, and El Segundo. Those two teams, until they play each other, it's kind of still up in the air. All three of those teams, though, were co-Ocean League champions, last year. They all tied. They all got a piece of that Ocean League title. So all those three teams, even though Hawthorne is undefeated right now as we shoot this, they were 2-0. We're still yet to see the results from this week's game. But Hawthorne could be a dark horse in this Ocean League. They have a new coaching staff over there. They have a really good running back that's expected to rush for 2,000 yards. Watch out for the Cougars, but I still think it's a three-headed race between Lawndale, Culver City, and El Segundo.
So El Segundo coming into this game was ranked 7th. What's your prediction, Fred, by the end of the season?
I think they have a legitimate shot at winning the Ocean League outright, defeating Lawndale, defeating Culver City, and taking care of Hawthorne and Santa Monica. I think they have a really good shot of winning or splitting, tying for the Ocean League championship, and then making a big run in the playoffs. But it's such a young team still, only 3 weeks under their belt. Matthew Romero, the young quarterback, I think this team is going to go as far as he takes them. So it's going to be interesting to see, but a lot of good football left for you El Segundo fans out there in the season.
Great El Segundo win here tonight for El Segundo TV. I'm Brittany Rodriguez alongside Egidio De Leo.